The fastest streamline to us getting 50,000 more houses built over the next 10 years is in the hands of the biggest developers in the province. It's in the hands of the guys who paid the cheapest for the land so that they can sell it, right? And that they've got the most
servicing
from it, who own the companies who do the servicing.
Yeah, for sure.
If any one of you guys owned a piece of land right now in one of the areas that was released from the Greenbelt, how would your opinion change?
If you got that kind of
if you owned, you just owned your farm, you're minding your business, you bought it for $800,000 10 years ago, and you thought you'd be there forever. And then all of a sudden now your 40 acres is worth, let's call it $40 million.
Do normal people still own those things?
Well, after I leave the Bugatti dealership, I would then figure out what to do. No, listen, the thing is with the Greenbelt, and this is actually something that a lot of people don't talk about, is that I remember I was mentored by a very, very successful real estate developer when I was younger, and I was door knocking out in like the Greenbelt area, just to sort of talk to people and kind of see like if they would ever consider selling their land. And you talk to people who they were farmers, and they're like, our retirement plan was to sell this land off eventually. Like that was our long-term game plan. We would work and be farmers, and then eventually we'd sell it off to a developer. And that was kind of what a lot of farmers did. Some farmers just came in and they got greenbelted, and it was worth nothing. But the guys across the street were worth, $50 million. So a lot of farmers got screwed by this entire thing, like previously. And so I do think there are some people now who are probably like, wow, okay, I'm back. Although I don't know how many of them are still own it, but it was a real thing back in the day. A lot of people kind of got screwed by.
Do you know who got screwed the biggest though? Is the landowners we're talking about, the big guys, because they were buying in the 90s and 2001 and 2 before the Greenbelt Act came out, and so they were like, "Whoa, we're gonna go build this great land, and we got this great 20-year plan." And then they were the ones who were left holding the bag.
Now we gotta find a guy.
20 years.
Yeah, we gotta make a guy who's gonna
do this.
Fucking unlock this mess now.
It's all gonna start with a Dixon Road apartment and his brother Rob. All right, start from there, and then we'll go
a little bit of crack.
We'll go forward. Okay.
Sure. I mean, I don't feel too sorry for the developers who might have bought land back in the 90s and then they can't develop it now if it's in the DRAP or the Greenbelt or whatever, because all those guys. Their cousins, their second cousins, they're all driving Bugattis. Go up to a country club in Vaughan or Woodbridge or any of the other suburbs of Toronto. They're all driving Lamborghinis, man. So they might have taken a hit on some speculative properties. But I don't think they're going to be joining the MAID program as I am after seeing this.
No, but you know what? Speaking of country clubs, did you see the Richmond Hill Country Club at Bathurst and Highway 7? That thing just put in an application now because I guess
they're developing it,
but not developing it, bro. There's like 40 buildings going on this thing. I was like, I thought maybe 3 or 4.
It's insane. A big play. It's insane.
I think that's great. Like as an environmentalist myself, I think if it's the project that I think you're talking about, the former golf club,
that's putting up golf club,
current golf club.
I think they're developing 30% of that land, and then the rest of it's going to be remaining green space. There's a lot of residents, even I know, environmentalists who are pissed. And I'm telling them, like, listen, guys, if they don't build these units here, they're going to make the argument we need to build it out into the Greenbelt. It's much better to build these units on a freaking golf course. That's a waste of space anyways, in my opinion. Terrible sport.
Controversial.
And you're keeping 70% of it green anyways. Build in my backyard, baby. Build it here, because the alternative is not better.
Well, not only that, but it's on Bathurst and it's got services, it's got infrastructure there, right? Like there's stuff there. It's a no-brainer to build that. I mean, really, it's a no-brainer to build that. I mean, you look at, this is a controversial take, but Oakdale, big golf course, like right next to the 400, like in Toronto, that's a huge piece of property that they could absolutely build. I mean, it's massive. You guys know where the Oakdale golf course is in Toronto?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's all these, there's big chunks of land that can still be done with something. And listen, I mean, my father would kill me because he's a big avid golfer.
So that's a good point is, the golf courses, and I'm a golfer, and it's hard to get a tee time. Okay. This is hard for me to say, but they are a good spot to build. They are, pretty useful land. There's a few locations and that would take up less green space, but are they willing to do it? And that's the thing is the fastest streamline to us getting 50,000 more houses built over the next 10 years is in the hands of the biggest developers in the province. It's in the hands of the guys who paid the cheapest for the land so that they can sell it, right? And that they've got the most
servicing
from it, who own the companies who do the servicing,
yeah,
all
for
the
sure.
construction companies, have it all
absolutely.
in place. So I understand. Look, do I want to, you know, wipe out the Greenbelt? Not at all, right? But if somebody out there could do it, and I was sitting as a politician and I wasn't friends with them, and I would say, okay, I got Daryl running the Canadian real estate show over here, and
Obviously,
I got these guys with decades worth of experience and billions of dollars backing them. I'm going to pick them to be able to give me the best chance of being able to house people for the greater good of the population of Ontario, because we're in an affordability crisis. And the only way that I can come up with it, because I'm not smart enough to be able to figure out it on the immigration side, because I'm a realtor, is create more supply. The more supply we get, it'll lead to more affordability for my kids. Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.